Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for this afternoon, who will be discussing economic development inside Egypt with us, Dr. Sayyid Mahmoud Al-Kholy, the Professor of Commerce. Dr. Sayyid, a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us this afternoon. And of course, the Egyptian Economic Development Program has seen some very extensive work over the last few years, starting from the Economic Reform Program that was launched by the Egyptian government and has gotten us to where we are today. How do you see, the Economic Reform Program and how it has worked to carry Egypt across some very difficult times, including the coronavirus pandemic?
I will take it from your last statement. It's simply the growth of Egyptian development products were grown up to 7% 2 years ago. And due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian war affected not only Egypt, it affected the entire world. Because we have a plan, we have a strategy, which is Egypt Vision 2030, we have a positive side for our growth rate. If you compare other countries around us, it was in the negative side. Egypt was in the positive side. Of course, the 7% we have it a couple of years ago is down to about 3.5. The government made the growth rate, it will be go up to 7% by 2023. Remember, the government and the leadership of President Sisi worked in all different sectors. Agriculture, where we plant millions of acres in order to provide the necessity of food for Egyptian people.
Yes.
If you look for other countries, the supermarkets around the world, you find it empty. In Egypt, thank God, we have a third of our food supply, which is estimated to be sufficient for the next 8 months in terms of food supply, wheat, and so on. In the industrial sector, thanks for President Sisi, where he made a lot of understanding with several countries during his visit. He is working day and night in order to bring foreign direct investment to Egyptian industry. Of course, we cannot do it by ourselves. We have to build an alliance between Egypt and other countries in order to industrial base in Egypt. My prediction, by the next 2 years, Egypt will be hub for most industrial sectors in the area, where the location of Egypt, the security of our port, it plays very important role in order to attack foreign direct investment.
Indeed.
Of course, President Sisi focused in 2 dimensions in order to reach the economic, the Egyptian economy. These 2 sectors is the education, and thank God for the new Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Ayman Ashur. He have a strategy in order to increase the number of technology universities in Egypt, which it will be able to teach state-of-the-art curriculum and methods in order to move with the new development
in the work market. Absolutely. Doctor, now Egypt is very keen on implementing many mega national projects. We're talking in different fields like the energy field, transportation, water resources, electricity, housing, amongst others. Tell me a bit about these national mega projects and how they've really worked to get the economic cycle up and running in Egypt.
The mega project, which is initiated 3 years ago, it plays a very important role in improving the economical sector. And also, the mega project, as President Sisi mentioned a few months ago, the participation of private sector in Egypt work hand on hand with the government in order to build more factories and more. And that is very important for the development. As industry, agriculture, 2 main factors for enriching our. Therefore, mega projects in terms of electricity, remember, Zohr field, it started to gain the competitive advantage where we are have sufficient from power supply in Egypt, and we start to export our energy to neighbor countries. And that is one sector. In the other sector, remember the infrastructure we have done in Egypt, the make highways developed in order to be able to attract more foreign direct investment.
Yes, indeed.
The new city and the new capital also
yes,
the good indicators for developing a new Egypt.
Absolutely. These national mega projects, like you said, are also accompanied by, infrastructural developments. We're talking about new roads, new modes of transport, lots of different projects working hand in hand in order to allow more direct investment inside Egypt. How important is this in attracting investors to the country, sir?
The foreign direct investor, when it comes to certain companies, we look for three main things. Number one, the power supply, which we have excess capacity of power supply. We look also for facilitating the process, being able to invest in Egypt. With the new investment law in Egypt, it reduced the time for getting a permission to invest in Egypt to a few hours instead of few months. And that is the second thing. The third thing, the foreign direct investment, it is the labor market. And remember, the labor market in Egypt considered to be the lowest price in the area. And that is another dimension. Another dimension is the location of Egypt.
Yes.
The location of Egypt is very important. We are close to Africa. We are an African state. We are an Arab nation. And we are close to Europe at the same time. Being able to have advantage of the Suez Canal with Port Said industrial area, it attracts a lot of foreign direct investment.
Absolutely.
Also the foreign direct investment, the foreign direct investors look for the security of the country. Egypt now is secure from its own border. Remember the terror attacks we used to have it years ago. It disappeared now, and Egypt is the safe haven for foreign direct investment now.
Yes, security and stability are also key, as you said, Doctor. Now, one of the most important characteristics of mega projects in Egypt is their comprehensiveness as well as their widespread nature across the country. This contributes in one way or another to achieving some sort of economic balance for the nation as a whole. How do you see these projects also achieving social justice as they are developing the Egyptian economy?
Remember, we have new means, we have workforce, we have reduced the unemployment rate.
Yes.
And that is, it returns on the social factor for Egyptian people. More factories, it means more people will work in the factory. More planting on our agriculture sector, it means we hire more people and we improve the quality of Egyptian people. And remember, the mega project is not only industry and agriculture. President Sisi, when he launched Hayat Karima for Egyptian people,
yes,
were to protect the needy people for beautiful housing for Egyptian, for needy Egyptian people, and also create opportunity for them to work in new complex, new cities they develop for Hayat Karima. Remember, Hayat Karima is built with the state-of-the-art technology. It has internet, have fiber optic supply for all areas in Hayat Karima.
Absolutely. And Doctor, since you brought up, such an initiative, also last week the government announced the expansion of social protection measures represented in the Takaful Wukarama program. Also, it added 1 million families to the program, bringing the number of beneficiaries to more than 20 million Egyptians nationwide. Let's talk a bit about the importance of such programs in order to really, assist Egyptian citizens, especially with the soaring prices and commodities all over the world, not just in Egypt. What are the importance of adopting such social programs in facing the global economic challenges, Doctor?
for the way the world looks at us, we have programs and we have initiatives for social responsibility. The government, President Sisi, really keen for Egyptian people with Haya Karima, Takaf Karama. All of these projects really appreciated by international society, and Egypt, one of the major nations, were invested in social responsibility for building houses, building clubs for the needy people. And that is an indication for the leadership of President Sisi. The leadership of President Sisi, not only for business people or for certain class, but for all Egyptians.
Absolutely. Right. Doctor, I'd like to thank you very, very much. We were delighted to have you with us on the show. Dr. Said Mahmoud Al-Kholy, Professor of Commerce, thank you so much, sir, for your time and your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and we'll be back. Stay tuned.